Trying to turn the car over and hopefully not blow it up. If I do, this won't be on YouTube. If it runs, this will be on YouTube. Alright, I'm going to start this video off with saying this is not a how-to. So if you're looking for a how-to, this isn't the video for you. If you want to see me go through it and probably have some problems and this and that, hey, keep on watching. But this is definitely not a how-to. So anyway, let's get on with the video. Alright, so now it's time for another car video. And it's the Civic again. So it's not the oil pan or anything today. It's the timing belt, water pump, you know, tensioner. Might as well do everything while I'm there. As stated before, this is not a how-to because I'm doing everything in different orders and things like that, and I'll be skipping stuff and whatever. So anyway, my first step is to jack up the car, and I'm going to try to get that damn crank pulley nut off, or crank pulley bolt off. Yeah. Yeah, remember how much trouble I had with my engine just on its own? Well, this one has a lot more kilometers on it, but check this out. I knew I was going to need it, stuff like that, so look at that. This is the actual proper tool for it. So I sprung for it. So we'll see if that helps me out anymore or not, or whatever. Yeah, but anyway. Let's get the gloves on, jack up the car, and let's get started. Alright, well the wheel's off. Now I just need to take that clip off so I can move some of this around so I can get to the crank pulley. And I'm starting with that because it's one of the hardest things of the whole thing, and well, might as well get it done now, because if I can't get that off, what's the point of taking everything apart first? So I'm doing that. So yeah. Woo, right on, check it out. Look at that, look at that. Alright, I'm kidding. That's actually off my my engine for the Delsol. But anyway, that's it. Just wanted to show you part of it. This is my homemade tool. You know, it works, but you know it's not perfect. But anyway, like I said, it does fit in there. But then if you go too far in, it spins and whatever. And then, well, if you saw my blooper reel, kind of gets stuck, and it sticks out a lot. The one that's made for it goes in pretty deep. It's nice and flush because I was having trouble with the other one hitting the frame. So that's how that works. I'm going to set that up and show you. Alright, as you can see, that's how it's set up. Holds it there, that there, that to there. And well, I know I'm not going to be as lucky, but I'm going to try with the impact wrench first, which like I said, I doubt it's going to work. And then I'll set up my breaker bar and stuff like that. So I'm going to try with the impact wrench. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, I'll show you my setup for breaker bar. The long breaker bar. Look, look, look! Woo! Just worked with the impact wrench and the proper tool. But anyway, now I have to put it back on, because in order to do the timing belt properly, everything has to be at top dead center. I just want to make sure I was able to take this off first. So I'm going to put it back in, make sure it's tight enough so that I can rotate all this assembly, put it at top dead center once the valve cover's off and stuff like that. And then I'm off, so this is good. Alright. Alright, now I have quite a bit to do under the hood. I gotta remove all the stuff to be able to remove the valve cover. I have to remove power steering pump, alternator that's underneath down there. I have to get rid of this engine mount, and of course all this stuff at some point, whatever. So I'm going to start with the valve cover and power steering and all that stuff. Yay! Alright, we got some progress. Look at all that mess. Anyway, got the valve cover off, power steering pump, and there's the alternator. So now I have to remove the alternator bracket there, because that's connected to this here, and then engine mount. So yeah. Alright. Place the jack underneath, holding the engine a bit. I got the one engine mount done, and I was lucky I didn't have to turn it that much. I'm at top dead center. Let's see if I can grab it, but probably can't. But oh yeah, there you go. There's the lines there. Of course, my camera's Sonying, but anyway, there's that. There's the line. Oh, there you go. And then I'm up on the cam gear there. And on this side, there's little lines right there that tell me that too. Oh, come on. So now I'm ready to take the crank pulley completely off. Take the other timing belt cover. Take the engine mount off and get started. There we go. Everything's all nice and clear and off of there. So now I just have to relieve a little bit of tension and take the belt off and stuff like that. So yeah, not too bad. It's going good. Well, I guess it's safe to say I'm halfway there. Here's the timing belt. So, that's done. There we go, timing belt's off. I'll be removing the water pump here, and tensioner here. Because, well, might as well since I'm here, right? So, I'm gonna get that done and show you the progress after. Well, look at that. Belt's back on. I just torqued up my tensioner and I get to pull the grenade pin. Yeah. And start putting everything back together. Because I rotated everything. Everything's still top dead center. Everything's still in line. So yeah. Well, it's taking me longer than a mechanic, but hey, I think the parts cost me, what, 250 bucks, and usually the whole thing costs about 1,000 to 1,200 bucks, so I'm saving at least 700 bucks, so it's all worth it. That's all money that goes to my engine. Right on. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to continue along and keep you guys updated. Well, it's time for another update. I got the whole timing covers on. I have the well, engine mount slash alternator bracket on. The actual engine mount here. Now I just have to torque down that crank pulley. And then it's time to just put all this stuff back on. So it's actually going pretty good now that, you know, the hard part's done. It is time consuming, but it's easy. Or relatively easy, I mean I can do it. But, so yeah, I'll give you guys an update in a bit. Here's the valve cover, new gasket, new grommets there and whatever. So, might as well just put this on and... There we go, it's on. I'm not going to show me bolting it on though. There, well, more progress. I got, well, all the coil packs and everything on the valve cover back on. And I was about to go and put the alternator back on, but when I took it off, I figured something was kind of weird because, I mean, it was, whatever. There's a 10mm nut that you take off, and then the little electrical connector comes off. Well, I had like a whole, well, basically a whole, like, well, I don't know, whatever. I'm getting tired, I can't even think of the words. It's not really a bolt, it's more like a stud. There we go. But anyway, check this out. So what happens is, like, you have this little plastic piece there, you have this stud that goes in there, and then you have another bolt that goes on there and holds the electrical connector. Well, this snapped off, so well, guess what? I have to go get a new alternator just because of this stupid thing. So 150, 160 bucks. And since it's Saturday and now it's 7 o'clock, well, guess what? Everything just closed. So now I gotta wait till tomorrow to get the alternator. So basically that's all I have left to do is put the alternator on, the power steering, refill the coolant, and well, hopefully the engine doesn't blow up. So I'm done. I'm gonna call it a night and I'll pick things back up in the morning. See you guys then. Alright, good morning everyone. It's time for round 2. It's the next day. So last night all I did was I finished up what, well, basically like the timing belt stuff. I had showed you the valve covers back on with all the coil packs and everything. obviously put the wheel back on, put the mud guard, whatever. And now, well, that's just thrown there. Anyway, I went and picked this up this morning. $171 for that, basically. I mean, I know I got a new alternator out of it, but anyway. So, now I get to finish the job and just take that out of the way and put the new alternator on, and then try to turn the car over and hopefully not blow it up. If I do, this won't be on YouTube. If it runs, this will be on YouTube. Alright, I'm going to get more stuff set up and I'm going to get going. Yay, look at that. I have an alternator with a belt. So what I'm going to do is now I'm going to reconnect the battery, restart the car. Hopefully it doesn't blow up. And then, well, if it doesn't blow up, the belt might squeal or whatever, but I'll deal with that because that's why I left the power steering off. That way if the belt squeals, I'll be able to adjust it. So here goes nothing. Alright, here goes nothing. Sweet. No belt squeal. No kaboom.